in the semiconductor industry, you've felt it. Something has changed. But what we're seeing right now, it isn't just another turn of the cycle. It's a fundamental rewrite of the rules, and it's all being driven by one of the most silicon-hungry technologies we've ever created: artificial intelligence.
Okay, let's just pause on this for a second, because this one idea, it changes everything. For decades, our industry ran on the rhythm of shipping billions of PCs or smartphones. Success was all about low-cost, high-volume. Well, that era is over. Today, it's all about raw performance, about building this massive global intelligence grid for the future. And the scale of that build-out, it's just staggering. The Hyperscale 5, you know who I'm talking about, the giants of cloud computing. They're projected to spend over $200 billion a year on CapEx. They're not buying phones anymore. They're stockpiling GPUs like nation-states stockpile ammunition. Why? Because the cost of not having the hardware is now existential. So, this all-out race for performance means the old playbook is totally obsolete. Think about it. For 40 years, we relied on the steady, predictable gains from Moore's law and Dennard scaling, the idea that transistors get smaller and more power efficient. Well, we've slammed into a power wall. We can't just make things faster by shrinking them anymore. We had to change the entire architecture. And this is the perfect way to think about that shift. For AI workloads, which are all about doing the same simple calculation on billions of pieces of data at the same time, you don't need a few Ferraris. No way. You need an entire fleet of buses. And that's exactly why the GPU, which was originally designed for video games, now basically runs the world of AI. Now here's where it gets really interesting. This huge architectural shift didn't happen in a vacuum. It collided with two other massive forces. You've got these AI algorithms that have an infinite appetite for more compute. You've got the actual physics of manufacturing hitting a wall, and you have geopolitics turning silicon into the new oil. The result? A perfect storm. So what does this storm actually look like in the real world? Well, it creates these intense pressure points, these bottlenecks in parts of the supply chain we honestly used to take for granted. Let's dig into where the whole system is starting to break. First up, the memory wall. You can have the fastest GPU in the world, but it's totally useless if it's just sitting there starved for data. High bandwidth memory solves this by literally stacking memory chips vertically right next to the processor. It's a total engineering marvel, but my goodness, it is incredibly difficult to manufacture. And that's created a massive shortage. So here's the crazy part. The bottleneck isn't even the main processor die anymore. Nope. It's the advanced package that stitches everything together. Technologies like TSMC's CoWoS, these are the unsung heroes. They're also the #1 thing holding back AI hardware shipments today. The package is now king. All this stuff, packed so tightly together, creates a whole other crisis: energy. We're talking about next-generation chips that are projected to burn through over 1,200 watts of power. That's more than a microwave oven on a single chip. You can't cool that with a fan anymore, which suddenly makes the entire supply chain for liquid cooling, pumps, valves, special fluids, a new critical dependency. And meanwhile, at the very bottom of the supply chain, the price of admission to even play this game has become astronomical. A single next-gen, high-NA UEV machine from ASML, the thing you need to print these chips, costs $380 million. That has basically consolidated manufacturing into a triopoly. Just 3 companies on Earth can afford to do it. Now, I know this chaos, these bottlenecks, these insane costs, it can all feel pretty overwhelming. But here's the pivot. This complexity isn't just a barrier. It is the single biggest competitive opportunity in our industry today, but only for those who understand how to navigate it. So, how in the world do you navigate this? It requires a new map, a new playbook. We saw this need, and it's exactly why we at PT International developed a course that is literally a strategic handbook for this exact moment. And it's designed for you, the professionals on the front lines. And this isn't just some high-level theory. We give you the full sand-to-systems perspective. You're not just going to learn about the physics of EUV, you're going to understand why that creates bottlenecks. You won't just hear about HBM and CoWoS, you'll learn how to anticipate the capacity crunches. We even break down the incredibly complex geopolitical rules that could make or break your next big project. We built this for the engineers who are geniuses at design but now need to understand global logistics to actually get their chip made.
It's for the supply chain managers who see the shortages and need to grasp the deep technical reasons why they're happening. And it's for the investment professionals who have to quantify both the immense risks and, frankly, the generational opportunities in this brand new landscape.
So, if you're ready to turn all of this complexity into your strategic advantage, this is how you and your team get equipped with the knowledge to lead, not just react.
Okay, here are the details for our next session. It's coming up on March 2nd, and you can join us either in person or live through our online webinar. And we want to make sure this knowledge sticks, so every single person who attends gets our official 2025 seminar handbook. It's a comprehensive reference you'll be using long after the course is over, I promise.
Look, don't get left behind on this. This is, without a doubt, the most significant shift the semiconductor industry has ever seen. And understanding these dynamics, it's just not optional anymore. Head on over to pti-inc.com to register.
If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us directly. But don't wait on this one. Visit the website and secure your spot. It's time to equip your team with the knowledge to win in this new silicon era.